walking to the Rollers, wearing diamond ring, wearing kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine like jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. They call me Hot Rod. Everybody knows it. I don't have to say what I am, because I've done it. That's the difference between you and me. You talk about it, I do it. You will know that your ass is mine, and that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, guys, I am introducing this time me and Daddy. Introduce myself, and Daddy, you will never get to introduce again.
That's thoroughly depressing. As I mean, everyone who has listened to this incredibly popular, it's the number one wrestling show in the world, by the way, and everyone who has listened to. This is number one.
What about the pay-per-view?
This is number one.
More than the pay-per-view?
More than any WWE pay-per-view.
20 points by me.
20 points for Stanley. The point is this. In this number one show, which is the Eastside Dave and Son Wrestling Show, everyone knows that's the Son, Stanley Mac. You're the superstar. You're the number one. You're the head honcho. You're the top of the totem pole. Okay, you're the top of the pyramid. Okay, you're the big dog. Okay, you're the head cheese. Okay, everyone knows. Everyone knows you're the star. Everyone knows I'm just the henchman, the lackey, if you will. The least you could do, Stanley Mac, is allow me to continue my job as the show introducer.
And that's kind of your part, right?
That's my only role.
And that's my role too.
So you're taking over the introductions now?
Yeah. But then that would mean you're the main star too.
All right. Well, look, yes, everyone, you are listening to the East Side Dave and Son Wrestling Show, the number one wrestling podcast in the world. We have a very busy show.
Stone Cold podcast, better than all those, eh?
Better than all the rest, because we are the best.
Even better than the Piper's Pit. Even better than all those.
We are the Piper's Pit for the year 2016 and 2017 moving forward. We are the highlight reel. We are Stone Cold. We are your dream makers. We are your number one hit makers. We are your heartbreakers. We are the Eastside Dave and Son Wrestling Show.
I introduced it, though.
Oh, yes, you did. Now, why are we doing a show today? Well, I didn't even realize that we have a new pay-per-view tomorrow, Sunday. Sunday. That's right. December 18th.
Sunday. Since you kept on saying Sunday, I get 21 points. You get 1.
Oh, my God. Well, hey, at least I'm in the positive. You gave me 1 point. I couldn't be more thrilled with that. Now, it is December 18th, 2016 is when this next pay-per-view will go. It's called Roadblock, End of the Line. What's weird is, Stanley Mackins, I said Roadblock. I said to myself, I says, didn't we already have a Roadblock? I had to look it up. And indeed, a few weeks before this year's past WrestleMania, there was already a Roadblock pay-per-view. That was the one that Dean Ambrose wrestled Triple H in.
But this time, there's going to be another Roadblock. It's going to be Roadblock, the End of the Line.
That's right. It's called Roadblock, End of the Line. So as not to get confused with the other Roadblock. I don't know, though, why they even named it Roadblock. Just call it End of the Line. The name of the pay-per-view could have been called End of the Line, as far as I'm concerned. Plus, then we could have sang the Traveling Wilburys song, you know? Well, it's all right, riding around in the breeze, going to the end of the line. Okay, so we do have all of the matches for you. You don't like Traveling Wilburys, huh?
I love it!
Based on that vacant stare, it didn't seem like you were into the song. Didn't seem like you were into the song that I was just singing right then. But maybe I'm wrong. You do like the end of the line?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Well, then, here it is. Because I am Eastside Dave, and I am quite simply the greatest of all time. And that means being an on-air host, an on-air producer, an on-air engineer, and an all-around phenomenal human being. Best you can, well, it's
all right.
We're going to the end of the line. Come on, Stanley, sing. You can sit around and wait for the phone to ring. Just say, at the end of the line. Right? When I hit it. End of the line.
End of the line.
End of the line. Okay, now say the all right.
All right.
All
right.
Okay, this is silly. This is getting silly. We got into a silly. We can't be singing the entire time. We have an awesome wrestling show, which we have to give our expert analysis, prognostications, predictions. Let's go. What's up?
Well, I get 22 points. You get 2.
All right, that's fair. 22. So right.
But at least you got 2 points.
Yeah. All right. So right now the score is 42-3, but I do think I'm going to make a big time comeback. You even stole the point system away from me. Somehow I'm not allowed to award the points on this being my own show. Somehow you took that away from me. You're handing out the points on this show?
Okay. For that.
Who are you to simply hand out points?
I get 23 points. You get 3 points.
Let me ask you a question. Who the heck do you think you are?
No.
Giving out points. I am the point giver.
I am the point giver.
All right, ready? First match, Big Cass versus Rusev in the Roadblock end of the line pay-per-view, December 18th. Who do you like?
Actually, I think we just call it end of the line.
Okay.
I like Big Cass.
You like Big Cass? Tell me why.
Because
Bigger than Rusev? Taller?
Not because of that.
Revenge factor after Rusev beat up his buddy there, little Enzo?
This is why, Daddy.
Yeah.
Because how you doing?
How you doing? How you doing? Stan, are you a fan of Big Cass and Enzo?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you are a fan of. Okay. Okay. Next one. Yes, sir. Hold on. What's that?
What's your favorite color?
Oh, sorry. Someone's texting me. I got to take this off. What's my favorite color? I guess my favorite color is...
It doesn't matter what your favorite color is.
All right. Thank you. That's The Rock Jr., who has just come into the house. The Rock has been shrunk. He's now the size of a child. Okay. Stanley likes Big Cass. I, too, like Big Cass in this matchup. I think after Rusev lured Enzo, with the help of Lana, into the hotel room, and they beat up little Enzo. I think Big Cass is going to have revenge on his mind, and I think he's going to get the job done. The next match will be triple threat for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. Of course, I'm talking about the Cruiserweight Champion Rich Swann versus former champion T.J. Perkins versus another former champion, Brian Kendrick. This is basically a contest of the 3 Cruiserweight champions.
Daddy?
Yes, sir.
I think, we should do that, more. I think it's a little too big of a match to do just for the second.
There's, let's give the folks what they want a little bit. Let's give them a championship. We have a bunch of championships on the line here, Stanley, so we got to get some of these championship matches done. Let's go with it. Rich Swann versus T.J. Perkins versus Brian Kendrick. Who do you like?
I like... He is... Rich Swann to retain that Cruiserweight title. He'll get the job done.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Especially after Brian Kendrick already has did, which one gets the job done?
All right, Rich Swann gets the job done. I like your analysis. I am pulling for Rich Swann. I like his dancing. I am not a fan. I mean, look, I shouldn't say I'm not a fan. It's too strong. But T.J. Perkins is a little boring for me. I like Brian Kendrick. But I'm hoping Rich Swann retains the belt there. He's good. He's fun. He's a great wrestler, and he's a good dancer. Yes.
Oh, but guess what? Rich Swann loses. Here's, I think, one fun thing about that.
What?
Is that we'll have the first, no matter who wins, we'll have the first ever two, no matter if Rich Swann loses, then, like, no matter who does it, we'll have the first ever, two-time Cruiserweight champion.
That's a good point. That's an excellent point. T.J. Perkins, if he wins, he'll become the first ever two-time Cruiserweight champion. And if Brian Kendrick wins, he'll be the first ever two-time Cruiserweight champion. So that's
That'd be fun, right?
Yeah, it's an excellent point. I'm going to give myself 85 points, and I'm going to give you 2.
No, wait, what? No. But that means you take the lead.
That's right, I take the lead. Next match. Yeah.
Oh, but maybe not, because I get 23 points, but you get 4.
Listen, it doesn't matter, because at the end of this episode, I will be awarding myself the victory.
Okay, I now have
and the reason why
100 points.
And the reason why is because my name is Eastside Dave, and I am quite simply the greatest of all time.
Okay.
Next match, Sami Zayn versus Braun Strowman. Sami Zayn begged and begged and begged Raw General Manager Mick Foley for this opportunity. He was upset when Braun Strowman destroyed him the first time around, so he begged, and Mick Foley said, all right, I will give you this match. Don't blame me if Braun Strowman ends your career. Stanley, who do you like, Sami Zayn or Braun Strowman?
Away, 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 away.
Olay,
Again, put
olay,
the song.
olay. So you're singing Sami Zayn?
Yeah.
You're singing Sami Zayn, ba-bum-ba-da-bum. You do.
So that means I'm going for Sami Zayn.
Go ahead, sing it, Stanley Mac.
Away, 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 away.
Stanley hears the Olay, and he's getting psyched. He's getting jacked up to paint a visual. Stanley is now flexing his muscles. He's putting the ear out to the crowd like Hulk Hogan in 1985.
By the way, because of this, I won. Me was 25, but you get 5 points.
All right. Well, Stanley, you're going with Sami Zayn, and I don't want to have to continuously agree with you, but I am. For now, I think Sami Zayn's going to beat Braun Strowman, and I'm looking forward to this match.
That I'm rooting for Sami, but I do think even if Sami did win, I think he's gonna get crushed though.
Oh, so you think Sami Zayn's going to actually lose to Braun Strowman?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm of course rooting for Sami.
Okay, no, but so that makes okay. Well, here's how. No, so we are going to disagree on this one. I think I am rooting for Sami, but I also think Sami's going to win. I do.
No,
I do.
I'm saying that I kind of do think Sami's gonna win, but
Well, you have to give one prediction. Who's going to win?
I'm not saying Braun's winning. I'm saying that Braun will crush him.
Okay, so you think Braun Strowman's going to hurt him, but Sami's going to win?
Yeah, like Sami, I've seen one time when like a person got like really hurt and then they come back with like actually Stone Cold did that once in his match against Owen Hart.
Yeah, that's true.
He won somehow.
You're talking about when Owen Hart pile drived Stone Cold and injured his neck, but yet Stone Cold finished the match and was able to beat Owen Hart.
Yeah.
Now, how would you even know that, being that you wouldn't be born for another, I don't know, 9 years when that, no, not even, 10 years, I mean more, 10, 11 years maybe. That happened in what, 98? You were born in 2009. So I'm not even sure exactly how you know about that. How do you know about that Owen Hart Stone Cold thing?
You already knew that though.
But how do you know about it? I know about it. I was watching, I saw the match. I was watching wrestling.
I saw the match.
I was alive back then. You weren't.
Daddy, I didn't see the match.
5 points for me for being alive. -5 for you for not being alive. You didn't even exist. I did. That's 10 points for me.
I got 26 points. You get 6 points.
I'm going to do an impression of Stanley in 1998. Ready? Hi, I don't even exist. Duh. Now here's an impression of me, Eastside Dave. My name is Eastside Dave, and it's 1998, and I'm still the greatest of all time. Now again, here's Stanley. I'm not even existing at this point. Duh.
I wasn't. I was existing since in another family.
Okay. Next match, Stanley Mackins. Do you want to do Sasha versus Charlotte? That's a pretty good one. 30-minute Iron Man match for the WWE.
Iron Man match?
That's right. 30.
I didn't know.
Yeah, it is. It's a 30-minute Iron Man match for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. Who do you like?
I like Sasha. But
Sasha is currently the champion, just in case you're forgetting, because these two ladies have a phenomenal, epic rivalry. They're passing the belt back and forth. Sasha's champion. Charlotte's trying to get the belt back.
whoa, I need to go for this to happen. I'm waiting for this. Ding, ding, ding. The winner of the match and new women's champion, Charlotte.
You're rooting against Sasha. I thought you were a Sasha Banks fan.
I am, but I like Charlotte a little more.
Me too. Well, that's only because you know me. I like to root for the heel. I like to root for the villain, the bad guy. And that's why Charlotte, I once again am going to be agreeing with Stanley Mac. And yes, I, Eastside Dave, choose Charlotte to win the match. And yes, become the new WWE Raw Women's Champion.
Let's see. Except I don't think she's going to win, but
Could happen, though. How about let's do a match not for a belt, but it's going to be an unbelievable match nonetheless. We're going to do this one is Chris Jericho. Drink it in, man, versus Seth Rollins.
Kevin Owens isn't wrestling.
We're going to do that. Kevin Owens, we're doing that match, but that's later. Yeah, that's our main event.
I thought Seth Rollins was gonna face Kevin.
No, Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns will be our main event. That'll be our last match we predict. Chris Jericho versus Seth Rollins. Who do you like?
The winner is Chris Jericho. So drink it in, man.
Stanley predicting Jericho, Y2J, and Stanley predicting it with authority. Although, Stanley, I like your prediction. Everyone's loved 2016. It's been called the year of Jericho. Seth Rollins wins this match.
No.
I'm telling you, Seth Rollins wins this match. And I'm going to tell you what. I think he'll win. I think he'll win the match. It doesn't matter who I'm rooting for. Seth Rollins. I like both guys. What do you want from me? When I like both guys, I just root for a good match. So I'm only going to give you what's in my head. And here's what it is.
I'm rooting for a good match, and I actually think Rollins might win.
Okay, but what the WWE needs to do is, right now, this is a very sensitive time for Seth Rollins. He's not involved in the WWE, the main world championship that AJ Styles has. He's not the WWE Universal Champion, and now it seems he's not even fighting for that. It's Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns. So I think they want to keep, it's in their best interest to keep Seth Rollins a big-time competitor, and as a result, I think that he beats Jericho on this pay-per-view because of it. I think they want to make sure that Seth Rollins is still very much of a top-shelf guy.
Well, if you had to choose, since I know you went for a good match, you had to choose, who would you root for?
I'm going to root, and I'm going to predict Seth Rollins on both accounts.
Wait, why?
I love Jericho. You know that.
What's the you of him?
It doesn't mean I need Jericho to win. It just means I want Jericho to have a great match. And then ultimately have Seth Rollins get the pin.
And lose.
All right, next one. Stanley does not Stan does not want me to go with Seth Rollins on this one, but that's who. Okay, you're right. All right, New Day versus Cesaro and Sheamus. Who do you like here, Mac? Tag team match for the WWE Raw Tag Team Champion.
Hey, look, there's Piper.
Who do you like? You're right. Who do you like, New Day or Cesaro and Sheamus? Do you think Cesaro and Sheamus, let me ask this question. Are they a real tag team, and are they a tag team that can win a championship?
Oh, this is what this guys will be a soccer. I am predicting Sheamus and Cesaro.
Whoa. I am only pausing right now to let all of that soak in, to let the sheer shock of you saying Sheamus and Cesaro are going to upset the tag team champ, not just the tag team champions, as after this past Monday Night Raw when they won two triple threat matches, nonetheless. New Day is now the all-time longest reigning WWE Tag Team Champions. This would be an upset epic proportions.
I'm not done, but coming out, you know who then comes out, gets tables?
Who?
The Dudley Boys return.
Wow, what a prediction. So Stanley Mac is saying that Cesaro and Sheamus win, and you're predicting a Dudley Boys return for this Sunday, end of the line pay-per-view.
Yeah, and maybe there could be like...
That's a shocker.
Maybe like Royal Rumble, this was set up a tag team match for the belts.
All right. By the way, here's a double shock for everyone. A double upset city. Because I also am predicting Sheamus and Cesaro shock the world and win the belts. Can you believe that? Is that crazy?
Do you believe that Dudleys will win and will come back?
I think you have an excellent point with the Dudleys. I do think there's a possibility that they come back at Raw. We're hearing that the scuttlebutt is that the Dudley Boys are going to come back. We just don't know when and where. And I think you might be onto something here, Stanley Mac.
Roadblock.
It could be.
Line.
It could be at Roadblock into the line. And the last match, Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns.
There's no Dudleys. Here's what they're waiting for. At WrestleMania, triple threat matchup between New Day, Anderson and Gallows, and the Dudley Boys WrestleMania.
Okay, that's cool. Let's go on to our main event. Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns, brother.
It's time for the main event. Here's what I'm going for. Put on the music for Kevin Owens. And I just say it.
You think Kevin Owens retains?
Yeah.
Singles match for the brothers.
Bum, bum. I do the worst impression for Kevin Owens' song, guys. So don't listen. But bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, that's it.
Bum, bum, bum.
Good. That was cool. I think I'm going with Kevin Owens, too. I do. I think it would be interesting if Roman Reigns won. I just don't think that they're willing. I don't think they want to give the Universal Championship to Roman Reigns. Do they? Nah.
That's what I think. At WrestleMania, there'll be a triple threat match.
You're really looking forward to WrestleMania. That's like 4 or 5 months from now.
Kevin Owens could still call Seth Rollins daddy. But guess what?
It's amazing how I say things and they just don't faze you at all. You just keep going. Like a bulldozer.
And daddy, Kevin, here's what's going to happen, I think. Well, Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho do double team, but right before Kevin Owens is still the champion, Chris Jericho hits a code breaker on Kevin Owens.
You should be a writer for the WWE.
And a loss of Jericho. Owens taps out. Jericho's the new champion.
You just gave us like storylines and plot lines for the next 3 months.
And he turned on Kevin Owens.
Okay, well, I'll email Vince McMahon all of those insane predictions. You just gave us like 3 months of narrative for the WWE. Maybe you should actually contact Vince. Do you want to go up to Connecticut and to the WWE headquarters and maybe see if we can get jobs, or at least see if you can get a job as a part of the creative for the WWE. Maybe you could work for you could create. Well, if you worked for creative, that's what you would be. That's what you'd be making matches and whatnot. Maybe you could even be like Triple H's right hand man.
Yeah.
Would you like that?
Yeah.
Maybe you could be a part of like a new kind of a DX, like DX 3.0. How about that? Would you like that?
Well, you need to, of course, get older. What?
You need to get older? Yeah, you probably do need to get a little bit older if you're going to be part of DX.
Well, I need to be like 30 years old.
30?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know it's pretty old. I know it's way more older than you were probably thinking.
Yeah, I think that's way older than I was thinking. I was thinking we could drive you up to Connecticut next week.
Wait, what?
How old are you? 7?
I'm
sure there's lots of 7-year-olds who are in the writing team at the WWE.
No, what are you kidding me? I'm 20 years old.
Oh, you're 20? You're trying to fake it in case Vince McMahon's listening?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll have to get you. Yeah.
I guess I'm 20 years old. I can't be a part right now.
All right. Well, I'm going to go and I'm going to send this tape to Vince McMahon and say, listen, you have a head writer on your hands. His name is Stanley Mac. Give him the job.
Since I'm 20?
Yeah, since you're 20. Okay, because I'm sure that like lots of 20-year-olds sound like that. Say something a 20-year-old would say.
Itsy bitsy bits.
Well, that's really not something a 20-year-old, maybe a 2-year-old.
Okay, I'm 1 year old.
Why don't you talk about going to college and stuff like that? That's, a lot of 20-year-olds are in college. Be like, oh, man, my economics class is really hard. Go ahead, say that.
Oh, my gosh,
That's pretty good. It's pretty hard.
Are pretty hard.
Like, oh, man, it cost me $700 to buy all these books, bro. Go ahead, say that.
Cost me $700 to buy these books.
Oh, man, I can't believe how bad our football team is, dude. We should fire the head coach. And, Go ahead, say that.
No.
No. Okay, that's the best ending.
Were you actually supposed to? Did you actually thought I was going to say it?
Do you want to give us any impressions of anybody before we wrap this one up?
Daddy.
Yes, sir.
But weren't we going to do a new thing in our wrestling show, a new segment?
We were going to do a new segment, but we forgot what that new segment was going to be. So I don't think we can debut the new segment.
We'll debut it anyway.
Oh, wait a second. I'm starting to remember. We're going to essentially say, we're going to end each show, with what our favorite, fill in the blank is. Favorite entrance or favorite signature move or finishing move or favorite villain, favorite Intercontinental Champion. That's what we were going to do.
Okay, we'll start off.
Oh, you want to do it now after all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, then we'll do impressions.
Okay, we're going to call this segment Finishing Moves. Okay, so on our debut segment of Finishing Moves.
Him.
Roddy Piper?
Yeah.
All right, what's your... Okay, so on this inaugural episode of the Finishing Moves segment...
Talk about the sleeper hold since that's his move.
In fact, let's call it the finisher. No, let's go with your favorite Roddy Piper match. Go ahead.
It's Piper challenging Adria Adonis.
Oh, nice. You're going with the WrestleMania 3 Roddy Piper match versus Adrian Adonis. A classic. I love it. He beat up Adrian Adonis. He beat up... Adrian Adonis lost, and he got his head shaved, and Roddy and Brutus the Barber Beefcake were involved there. Jimmy Hart got roughed up. That was fun. I have to go with a different match then to make it interesting. I'll go with Piper and Paul Orndorff versus Hogan and Mr. T for WrestleMania 1.
It's not 2, though.
What's that?
But I know your favorite Piper match is against Adria.
Against Adrian Adonis? Maybe. Yeah. It's Adrian, by the way. Anyway, all right. Listen. We did a phenomenal show today, as usual. Give yourself a round of applause. Now that we're looking back on the point total, it seems like I have 1,200 and you have 4.
I think, Danny, we're gonna change it up between favorite impressions and favorite finishers.
Okay.
We're gonna change it up.
Okay. Well, that's our new segment is simply called The Finisher, where we give the folks one topic and we say what our favorite is.
Yeah, mine is Piper. I put Piper.
Okay, we like it. Well, listen. Give yourself a round of applause. Who won tonight with the points?
Who won? The winner is Daddy.
Oh, I won? I won?
Yeah.
What a shocker!
You won.
I was positive you were going to make yourself the winner.
Why?
Well, I mean, because that's what I would do. But
You got like 80 points, and I think I got like 48.
wow!
Wow.
Well, this is the greatest night of my life. I just destroyed my son, Stanley. I just annihilated him, and that's why, once again, my name is Eastside Dave, and I am quite simply the greatest of all time. No. Listen, for the Eastside Dave and Son Wrestling Show, my name is Eastside Dave. He's Stanley Mac. Say goodbye, Stanley.